What about backstage photography?
I'll mention that for you.
Okay, you do all that.
I'll do all that for you.
Okay. Okay, just one sec. We're not live yet, though, right? Okay.
Welcome to the Newfoundland Labrador Show. J&H Promotions are very pleased to be putting on the third show here since we started with the CPA. Tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, it's not going to be a huge show, but it's going to be a show filled with quality competitors. Welcome to the Newfoundland Labrador Show. J&H Promotions are very pleased to be... What are we doing?
What happened there, Jamie? Okay, go ahead. Keep going.
I just lost my train of thought.
Can you start over, Jamie? Okay.
Yeah, like I said, the show is, we don't have a big quantity of athletes, but we do have great quality of athletes. And it'll give the judges a chance to give our athletes more time on stage. So tomorrow we will be able to judge our athletes with ample time. The athletes will be happy because they'll get to spend more time on stage. So I want to welcome everybody, and I hope that you come and watch the show. It's going to be a great, great show. And a lot of complaints that we have sometimes are that our shows are way too long. I can promise you tomorrow the show will not be as long, and it will be a very pleasing one. So thank you, and I'll pass you on to Heather.
Hi, everyone. I think that was my fault because I had the YouTube app on my phone. And when we started, it kind of just clicked in to my phone. So that wasn't your fault, Jean. So just want to welcome the athletes. It was a great registration. We got done on time, and everybody was very cooperative, and everything went great. So we have about 35 physical bodies. We have approximately 50 entries, so it's going to be a great show, and we're really looking forward to it. So I just wanted to go over a few things just so that we're all aware of what's going to happen tomorrow. As you well know, we're still in the pandemic, so we have to follow specific rules that the Delta have instructed us to follow, as well as the government of Newfoundland. So first off, I just wanted to say, if you didn't download the Musclewear app, please do. Just go to your app on your phone and just put in Musclewear and download that app. We're going to be sending out notifications on that to all the athletes, so it's a very good tool for us to use, because we'll probably use it throughout the show tomorrow to make sure that everybody is backstage and ready to go when their class is called. So we have a lot of staff that are all been assigned tonight to occupy specific positions. We're going to have a stage marshal. We're going to have a couple of backstage staff, one to line you up and one to get you up onto the stage. So everybody's kind of connected. We'll also have someone at the door for security, so, you know, we have to watch the door because only the people in here that should be in here have a wristband, so that's how you're going to get in. So, or you'll have one of these badges. So we'll have security, we'll have lots of workers to help everyone, and you won't be disappointed. This is not our first rodeo, so we know what we're doing, so you're in good hands. So I just also wanted to mention that this is very, 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 very important, and you can't forget this or I'm going to send you home to get it. Everybody needs to bring a bath sheet towel, like a bath towel that's huge. What this towel has to accomplish is covering up your chair that you're going to be sitting on in the rooms that we have assigned for you. So everyone needs to bring a towel that they don't care about, and once you put your towel on the chair that you're going to occupy for the morning, and for the night, that's your chair, and that's where you're going to stay. In the athletes' change rooms, you have to wear masks backstage all the time. If you're in your chair and you're away from people, you can bring it down. It's no problem. We're not going to like police that too much. But when you're talking to other competitors, you know, it's a no-brainer. You know, you have to have your mask on. We'll have Delta people going around to make sure we're complying, so let's make sure that we follow the rules. Do not follow the timings that I have on that sheet because we could be done earlier, probably not later because of our numbers, but we could be at your class earlier than what you're reading. That's just a general guideline to give you an idea of how it will flow. But if I say bikini A on deck at 10:30 a.m. for natural, that means I want you here 9:30, okay, to be ready to get on deck for 10:30. So all I'm saying is that please be here an hour before what I say is on deck because, yeah, exactly, even an hour and a half. To be honest, everybody should be here before 9 o'clock. Yeah, so I think that's, you know, that list was just to kind of show you how it was going to flow. But as far as being here, we don't want to be chasing you when your class is being called and you're not here yet because you're following that sheet that I sent. That sheet is just for an example of what to expect. So everyone try to be here. The bodybuilders, especially for natural and the classic and men's physique, all the men should be here by 8, and the women should try to be here right at 9. And that's still not going to give you a lot of time. So try to get here between 8:30 and 9, and everybody will be here, and there's going to be 2 rooms. We'll put all the natural competitors in one of our rooms, and I'm just going to give you the name of the room just so that you know. Just going to go to my diagram here, and it is called the Conception Bay Room. So that's going to be the room that actually filters into the backstage corridor to come up onto the stage. So all of my natural competitors should be in that room, okay? I'm just not sure if we should split the men and the women. Do you think that that might be a better option? I'm just thinking about changing into suits and stuff. So you think mixing is okay? Yeah, I think because most of you will already have your suits on anyway. The only thing that's for if you're doing classic and bodybuilding, which I'm not sure if there is many doing classic and bodybuilding, but just don't get changed in the actual change room of where you're being held. Go to the washroom. There's washrooms out in the corridor, going down the hallway, there's washrooms. Go there to change, okay? Because we don't want you starting to change in front of like, you know, everybody. So I think that's pretty self-explanatory. And the other holding room is the St. Mary's Bay Room, and that's right beside it. So that will be for the open competitors. Once all the natural are like done and everything, and they're gone, then we'll move you into the other room. But that's kind of just a holding area for the open, non-drug tested competitors to go into the St. Mary's Bay Room. I think that's good for as far as backstage. Please listen to the workers. Please follow their instructions. Please be attentive and really listen for your class, and do not roam around, go back and forth and you're taking a walk and pretending you have time, because that's when we're looking for you to be on stage. And if you miss your class, you miss your class.
Yeah, we're not going to be looking for them, number one.
Yeah, and we're not going to be chasing you. We're not going to be like calling out your name. It's going to be one person back there. Trish St. Croix is going to be back there, and she's going to be yelling for you guys to line up, and you have to be there, and you have to be ready to rock, okay?
Memorize your number.
And don't forget your button. Don't forget your mask bag, because there's no masks on stage, okay? So that's one thing I can tell you. We've got you spaced apart fine, so you don't have to wear your mask on stage. Before you come up onto the stage, you can put your mask in your mask bag, and there will be a table there for you to set it on. When you get up, do your thing, come off. When you're done, grab your mask, put it back on, away you go. So that's how that will work. For tickets, for if you have loved ones or friends or family who bought tickets, so I have a register for the tickets, and we're going to have a process for that in the morning. So when you come, you're just going to get your envelope. If you bought tickets, you get your envelope. And if you're coming for prejudging and evening, we'll give you the envelope for both, like evening and prejudging, okay? And it will be in an envelope. It'll be under the name that purchased the tickets, okay? So that's very important. So the last name is what it will be under, okay? Because we won't have time. I won't have time to get up from the judges' table to go figure out your tickets. So you have to remember, whoever bought tickets, that's the last name that it will be in, and that's how the girls are going to find your envelope, okay? Also, there is we do have a lot of prejudging left over in the morning, so we can accommodate people from off the street, people that just come, if you didn't pre-buy your tickets, you can buy at the door, no problem. For at night, it's a little more trickier. I'll have a little bit more information in the afternoon about the evening, because we're very close to the max, so which is amazing, because we're going to fill this room, and I'm very excited about that. So we want to start on time, so we want to start at 9 a.m. for the natural show, and we're hoping that will, finish between 11 and 11:30. We're going to try to make it last. So if you're in 3 classes, for example, for bikini, say you're in novice, masters, and open, you're going to get to pose 3 times, okay? Same with the bodybuilders. If you're in classic, true novice, and classic open, we'll let you come out and do it twice, because we need to make up this time because we have not as many competitors as previous years. So we're going to let you utilize as much stage time as we possibly can. Also will help with photos, which Jeff will talk about here shortly. So for sponsors, we do have some sponsors that have sponsored the show, and those tickets will also be available at the front door for you to pick up. And your tickets there's no tickets for the morning for sponsors, so you have to buy at the door. But at night, the sponsor tickets will all be set for you for at night, and there will be a sign on your chair. Your actual logo will be on the chair, so you'll know exactly where you're sitting. The lineup, so always we start with bodybuilding, classic, men's physique, women's physique, wellness, figure, and bikini. There's no bodybuilding in the natural show this year, and there's no figure in the open show this year. So those were the only 2 disciplines we didn't have any competitors. So just want to talk to you about stage procedures and how it's all going to unfold. I'm not going to physically get up here and demonstrate what you're going to be doing, but I just wanted you to be familiar with the email that I sent with all the stage procedures to know your poses. Know that in bodybuilding, we incorporate the quarter turns within the 8 mandatory poses, okay? So just remember that, because some bodybuilders think it's like the 7 straight poses, but it's actually your front pose, front double bicep, front lat spread, okay? And then quarter turn. Once you do your quarter turn, it's side chest, okay? Then quarter turn. Back double bicep, back lat spread, quarter turn. Side tricep. You can pick each side whatever you want for side tricep, no problem, or side chest. And then quarter turn again, and then abdominal and thighs, and then most muscular. So just keep that in mind. For classic, it's the 4 quarter turns, front, side, back, side, front, and then it's the 5 mandatory poses. For the men's physique, it's front and back, pretty simple. Front pose, back pose. Hand on hip or not, doesn't matter, whatever you want to do. For women's physique, it's the 4 quarter turns and the 5 compulsory poses. So we don't incorporate the classic or the women's physique. It's the 4 quarter turns and then the poses. And then for figure, it's the it's just the quarter turns, obviously. Quarter turn to the right, quarter turn back, quarter turn to the right, and then face forward. And then for wellness, it's a new division for Newfoundland this year, so it is quarter turns. So you're in your front pose, and your front pose can be kind of look like you're on your side or whatever. Then it's quarter turn to the back, quarter turn. And then finally bikinis, front and back, very simple. Now for the overall, there will be a walk to the back of the stage and then walk it back, okay, for bikini especially, because in wellness I don't think we have any, we just have one open class for both shows. So, but for definitely for the overall bikini, in natural and open, we will do the walk to the back of the stage, holding it, turn around, walk it back. So for the natural show at night, make sure the overall winners, which is not a lot, but there's one overall, I think it's bikini, but the open winners. Every open winner in each discipline is going to win a trophy, but we'd also like to have you in a photo. So whoever wins the men's bodybuilding or men's classic open, the men's physique open, the women's physique open, the wellness open, the figure open, and then bikini overall for natural. So we'd like you to stick around, okay? Like, don't just leave as soon as, like, stick around in the back. We'll come and collect you before we start the open show, do a photo on stage, and the rest is history. So same goes for the open. We have about 3 overalls, I think, and we have 2 opens in that one. So again, the end of the night, we'll get you on stage, we'll take a photo. So make sure you don't leave, and bring your trophies with you, because we want the trophies in the picture, obviously. Jeff's going to talk a little bit about photography here in a moment, but I just wanted to say that make sure that when you're getting your awards, okay, that you listen carefully to us, because I'm going to be on the mic, so I'll tell you what pose to do for Jeff's to capture you properly. And just try to listen to our instructions. Don't rush off the stage and get all nervous. And if I call you back, there's a reason. It just could be a photo that we didn't catch, or so just pay attention. We're going to have everything like marked very well so that there's physical distancing, and that you know, you're not too close to one another, and you know, but not bottlenecking and stuff like that. That was I think the only concern that Delta had. So now for audience members, fans or friends in the audience that bought tickets, and you know, like sponsors not so much, I'll talk about that in a minute. So, but in the audience, you have to come in with a mask, okay, and have a seat with your mask, but you can get a drink, okay, if you get my drift. You can go buy a drink down the hall, or go buy something to snack on, and you can eat and drink in your seat, as long as you're eating and drinking in your seat, if they get my drift. Do you get my drift? Okay. So when you're not eating and drinking, they want the masks on, okay? Now, it was a little different last weekend in Moncton. It's supposed to be that way there, but a lot of people were not wearing the mask, even if they weren't drinking, but they're in their bubble, right? So, but every province is different. So this is what the ruling is here. So for sponsors, just come up on stage with your mask on, but as soon as we get here for the photo, bring it down. We'll take a picture with the sponsors. We'll get the sponsor on the right-hand side of the 3 and just kind of point instead of huddling together, or the victory pose. We'll just get you on the side and just kind of point, or however Jeff wants to do it. So just be aware of that. Is there anything I missed? No?
I just mentioned the app again. This is very important.
Yes.
People really keep up on
Yeah.
the
The app is so important, and what we'll do is maybe Jamie can even add that photo into the YouTube link somehow. We'll add that graphic, because it's so important that you download that app. I do have like 42 subscribed to the Newfoundland show, so I think a lot of you did do that. So even the judges, download the app. Even the workers, download that app. And if you need any help with that, I'm going to go backstage and I'm going to remind you guys tomorrow morning. App. And you won't be allowed in those rooms unless you have a towel to put on your chair. Remember that. So towels are very important. I think that's pretty much it. We're going to have a great time. Our main sponsor is Supplement King, Curtis Sturge. Just a big shout out to him, to Joey, Justin. They're all going to be here. They're going to have a booth. tomorrow, so they're going to kind of be in the venue, which is nice. We've never done that before, so they'll be able to enjoy the show. And they've been a huge support to us, and we thank them so much for everything they've done for J&H Promotions and Newfoundland. So big shout out to them. So thank you so much. And our awards are all set up. Everything's ready to go. So I will leave you with that, and I will turn it over to Jeff. And if there's something else that I think of after Jeff speaks, then I'll get back up here and we'll close her off. Jeff.
Hi, my name is Jeff Hines. I'm the official photographer for CPA for all Heather shows. Like nobody knows who I am already. I'm the guy that's going to be out in the middle taking your pictures. Just a couple quick things. The biggest thing for me is hold your poses. A lot of people come out, they're pretty nervous and excited. They kind of rush your poses. For me, it's a lot easier if you can hold that pose, even in your quarter turns and stuff. Make sure you're holding your poses, even on the line. Other than that, just come out and have fun. This is your day. We're here for you guys. This is all for you. Yeah, another thing is with your medals and stuff, we're going to be a little bit more careful this time when it comes to your medals. Just listen to the judges. When you're getting your medals and they're put on, make sure you listen to the staff that's putting you in order. That way then they can tell you where to go. And the head judge is right here in front, Heather, so she'll be calling out and telling you, okay, we'll make sure this. So it's very important to listen to them, listen to Heather, and we'll get it done pretty quickly. It goes pretty fast. So other than that, that's it. It's your day. It's have fun. Lots of smiles. I can't say how much to smile. So many people get their photos back after and they're like, I wasn't smiling. Or they're too fast. That's the biggest thing, is the quickness of it. Like, you'll impress the judges more if you're holding your poses, because they can see so much more. It's so important. Anyway, I'm going to hand it back over to Heather, and we'll see you guys all tomorrow. Can't wait.
Perfect. Thank you, Jeff. And Jeff came to take photos of our show last weekend, and he did a freaking amazing job. Like, the pictures are flawless. So you can guarantee he's going to get a lot more this weekend because of the lower numbers, and a lot more stage time because a lot of you are in multiple classes. One last thing. I think I'm done pretty good. John, you should be impressed. I'm not rambling right now. So one more thing. On the stage, there's a lot of decals, so I just want you to pay attention to where the stage marshal instructs you to stand, because that's very important. So just pay attention to their instructions, and if I need to help on the mic, I will. But we need to make sure you're positioned properly, and just pay attention to the numbers, like when we call the placings or whatever, up to the front, just make sure you get in the right spot. There's a 2 or a 1 or a 3, so you're going to know exactly where to stand, okay, for your awards. So just wanted to mention that. Oh, forgot to mention one more thing, is that the bodybuilders in the morning will do a 30-second routine to house music, bodybuilding, classic, women's physique. And then at night, that's when you do your 60-second routine of the music that you chose. So I just wanted to mention that, and the rest will all be just house music or whatever. So, and yeah, I think that's it. There'll be a form that you'll need to fill out again. Sorry to be annoying, but that COVID form has to be filled out again for tomorrow for the day. So we just need to know, you don't have to fill it out at night, but just in the morning when you first come in, that COVID form has to be filled out. We don't need a ticket, and our staff as well needs to fill that out, but we don't need that for the audience to fill out because we already have that tracked. And if there's any walk-ins, we'll have to just take your name and your phone number and email down just for contact tracing, just in case. But I think I feel really good about the event tomorrow, and I think it's going to go off without a hitch, so I'm really excited. So thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you all tomorrow at the latest 9 a.m. But for everybody else that is on right away, let's see you here by 8:30. So thank you so much. Have a great night.